Hey, comic book fans, welcome back to Comic Book Corner 2.0. And fans, you're with me, Mike Spider Slayer. That's right, everybody, getting ready to do, you guessed it, a comic book review. And today we're going to be talking about The Walking Dead issue number 121. And this is part 7 of 12 of All Out War. That's right, everybody. Last issue was full of action. It was just outstanding book. You get to see Negan have his jollies throwing grenades in Alexandria and destroying and hurting all the civilians that lived there. And one of those people that got hurt was Heath. He got a leg blown off. You got to see Denise, the doctor. She actually got bitten by a zombie. Actually, it was Holly that bit her. And we saw her, going down the tubes at the end of that issue as well. So what did this issue have for us this time? Well, let's go through it a little bit. First off, our writer here is Robert Kirkman. Nothing new. He's written the book from the very beginning. Charlie Adlar does the pencils. The inker is Stefano Gordino. And the gray tones are done by Cliff Rathburn. The artwork in this issue is done very well. Here we can see a two-page spread of Negan and his men. Very well done here. The black and white always makes the book. It fits the book. It fits the eeriness. It's just a classic. It's a tradition, the way Walking Dead has always been. Again, here's more of that artwork. So what did I think of this particular part of the story? Well, in this issue, we open up with Eugene and a couple other characters, random characters in here. And after all the walls have been, the walls and fences have been destroyed in Alexandria, we see zombies coming through. And they're pretty much outside of Eugene's armory, where he's making all his ammunition to try to stop Negan and the crew. So we get to see that in the issue. But long and behold, this one guy wants to take a freaking piss out of everything, and he goes outside the door, and you get to see a zombie walking through the door, and then when he thought there was only one zombie, there's a whole bunch of zombies right here. So he's getting overrun by zombies. Next thing you see is that Eugene can't get killed because they need him to make these bullets. They fall on the ground outside the door, and look who's waiting for them. Yes, it's Eugene and his men. And what they wind up doing is they wind up taking Eugene hostage. In the issue, you also get to see Rick. Rick went under, he passed out in the last issue. And you're kind of wondering, what happened to Rick? Did he get smoke? He inhaled too much smoke, or he couldn't deal with it and he passed out because of that. But we learned in the issue that he passed out because he had a slight concussion. So he was out for about an hour. And in that hour, he gets filled in on everything that's happening, what has happened to the town. And we find out that, yes, Denise is on her way out. She is, has a high fever. She can't talk that much. And she basically sacrificed her life so Heath could live. And you see some touching moments there between Heath and Denise, because he cares for her, and obviously she saved his life. We find out that there is a new doctor, and his name is Dr. Carson, which I found it very convenient that he wound up coming from the hilltop to help Rick. So I guess that's going to be their new doctor now. So after some discussion between Michonne and Ezekiel and Andrea, we find out that the group is going to wind up leaving Alexandria after all this time. They've been there for a very long time, I think since issue like 78 or 80 or something like that. The place looks like this, and it's not safe for them to live at anymore, so they're going to wind up abandoning the town, and they're going to live on. We find out in the issue that Jesus tells Rick that Eugene is gone. And Rick is like, well, we can't deal with that right now. And Jesus was shocked. So basically what happens is Eugene is stuck there, captured with, Negan holding him hostage. So really interesting stuff. You get to see some funerals being held. And we see again, Rick and Andrea pack their things and leave to go to the hilltop. And this is something that you didn't think you would see. And Rick was kind of, um, I guess, I guess, saddened by this because he put together this community, he put together this group, and they've gone so far, and just for one instance, it's all gone just like that. And now they're headed to the hilltop. And by the end of the issue, you get to see some crazy dialogue like usual from frickin' Negan about talking about his big crystal balls and how they can tell the future and what he's going to do to Eugene if he doesn't cooperate. Now, not a huge cliffhanger like we've seen before in the past. However, it was a solid issue. And if you guys are interested, yes, there is the Negan action figure where you can go to thewalkingdead.com exclusive, and he is equipped with Lucille, which is pretty awesome. So what do I think of this overall issue? I thought it was good. I thought it was a 3.5 out of 5 stars. Not the most exciting issue, really filler in a way to just keep the story going. They had this huge action scenes that happened in the last issue, so you can understand where the low is here. Again, it was kind of filler. I'm sure the story will progress in the next issue. It'll be interesting to see how they rescue Eugene, if they try to even rescue him. It'll be interesting to see by the end of this what's going to happen to Negan. And I predict what's going to happen is Maggie has put herself back into the picture after the last issue by being a reinforcement for Rick, using the Hilltop people and leading the Hilltop people to get Negan to draw out. So now that she's back in the picture, I feel that she's going to be the one that actually kills Negan. I think she's going to get the baseball bat and she's going to bash in his skull just like Negan did to Glenn. So really interesting stuff there. Again, not too much that happened. It was sad to see Denise go. I would have loved to see them not have a doctor for a while to see how they would handle certain things. And right away they filled that void. And I thought that was kind of quick as well. But overall, the issue was solid. There's one thing in here that if you notice, Rick leaves behind when he's leaving to go to the hilltop, and you got to catch that in a panel, which I thought was pretty interesting too. So good stuff. Again, 3.5 out of 5 stars. Guys, tell me what you thought of this issue. What do you think of All Out War at this point? And that's it, guys. This has been your review for The Walking Dead, issue number 121. And guys, as always, thank you for watching Comic Book Corner 2.0. And until the next comic book review, this is Mike Spiderslayer signing off. Take care, everyone. Bye.